I know my math lab has a bad reputation, but I think that it can be used in a more positive way where students can actually learn from it.
In my opinion, it's not the way for students to do homework. I just don't think that that should be what they have us do. If we have to go through it and they have to do it, then make the teachers go over it a little bit more. Make the teachers make sure the students can't cheat for whatever reason, because with the computer right there and your access to all the internet, it's too easy to get sidetracked, too easy to get distracted, and too easy to cheat. I feel like that's what stops a lot of students from succeeding.
Let's start with the name. My name is Coulter Bishop. I am a first-year student here at SMCC. In fact, this is actually my second semester right now. I'm used to some similar programs. I've had some math classes back in high school that used something that was similar to my math lab. Personally, I think it does have quite a few issues to it. I didn't mind it per se, but it still has a long way to go before I would really call it a useful tool. Personally, I'm a pen and paper guy. I like being able to actually write everything out and show my physical work as opposed to just typing in an answer.
The program to go home and do the homework. So in class we did work via a book, but we didn't really work with my math lab in the classroom.
It was for the homework. It was a really good system, for the most part. It's just like you don't have that homework feel like a margin of error if you have a math class. You have to get on the dot, and that gets really frustrating. It's a lot frustrating with connection issues too. It logs out a lot.
I don't think it should be used as a primary learning tool. I think it should be used as a secondary for most math classes, something that the teachers can utilize, but not as their primary source of education. Knowing coding, knowing how a lot of that stuff works, you're not going to get a program like that that's going to be perfect. You're not going to get a program that does not have issues where you type one extra digit on there for a decimal and it just goes completely berserk and marks your answer wrong. It's not how that stuff works. So I think it is something that we should keep up. I think it's something that does work, but it should not be our primary tool, like a lot of them are pushing.
I think it's a great tool for us to use since it's all online, so it's outside of class. I don't like that, I like that there's an option for a textbook, but I don't like using it during it. And I like how you can answer the questions and it gives you multiple attempts for homework for the scores. But I don't like that in a way. I like it for the score part, but I don't like it in a way because I thought I had everything ready for my test, but I guess I wasn't that prepared for my test because I was getting hundreds on the homework, but ended up getting a not so good grade on my test.
I could see its possibilities if it works out all the kinks and all that, but it's okay. I much prefer turning in physical math homework.
I'm not a big fan of it.
I do like my math lab. I think it. Let me start from instructor's point of view. As an instructor's point of view, I can check to see if students are working on my math lab every minute if I want to. I can just check their grades. I can look to see if they're working. I can see how long they're working, how many minutes they're working on each problem, if they're current with their homework. So I do like that. I can also post offline grades like exams so the students can see that right away. They don't have to wait for the next class. Their grades are always current, so they can always know where they stand with my math lab. As a student's perspective, I can see that it's frustrating for them. Maybe you'll want, some of the answers will want a capital letter or a small lowercase letter, and if they don't input them correctly, they'll mark it wrong. It'll be marked wrong. Or if they don't use, for ordered pairs, if they don't use parentheses to show the ordered pairs, it might mark their answer wrong. So there's things like that that are frustrating.
No, I failed math. No, I did not do hot. But I do feel like if I put more effort into it, I could have learned it. But at the time, I wasn't really into it that much. I wasn't really a school guy. But I'm back, and I'm ready to do school.